Even if you've written an excellent essay, it's really important to edit it thoroughly before you submit your assignment. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 quick tips on how to edit an assignment to grow your grades. Okay, so you've written that essay, you think you've done a pretty good job, but you need to do an edit before you submit. In fact, you probably should do several. So here's our 5 tips on how to edit as well as possible to grow those grades. Tip 1, finish early. Finishing your assignment early is the secret weapon of top students. If you finish your assignment early, there are so many advantages. Here's 4. Firstly, you'll feel in control. You'll feel like you have everything under control and you won't be stressed. Stress is a big problem amongst university students, and to avoid that, always try to finish your assignments as early as possible. Secondly, you'll be able to edit regularly. The best way to edit an assignment is spread out over a week or 2 weeks, where you edit it once every 2 or 3 days. Every time you do a new edit, you'll be able to pick up on new little errors and it'll be a little bit better each and every time until you submit, and hopefully when you submit, it should be super high quality. Thirdly, you'll have a chance to change your mind. Oftentimes you'll write your essay and then a couple of days will go by and you'll go, actually, I think that paragraph that I wrote could be improved a little bit. And if you've got that extra time, you'll have the chance to think about it, change your mind, and keep improving your work as you go. And lastly, and this is the really important one for step 1, you will be able to deal with life challenges. If your boss calls you up and they ask you to do a few more shifts and you need that money, or if your kid gets sick, or if you have a car crash, any of those terrible things that happen, you'll be able to manage them and still submit your assignment on time. So finishing early is a great tip, and it's one that all top students use. Okay, before I move on to the next tip, if you like that one, give us a like to show your support for this channel. Tip 2, print your draft to edit it. It seems like a really simple one, but reading things on paper helps you pick up so many more errors than if you just read them on the screen. So print out your draft, get a red pen, circle words, change words, cross things out, and then use that piece of paper to go back on the computer and make the changes. It really does help out. And I tell you what, I've done this for over 10 years now, and it's my #1 thing that I do for editing that improves my work dramatically. Tip 3, read your work out loud. You may feel silly doing this, but stand in front of the mirror and read it out loud to yourself. Keep an ear out for every time something sounds wrong. Maybe some of the words are a bit muddled. Maybe you get a bit tongue-tied. Maybe you lose your breath. Every single time that these things happen, have a think. Is the sentence too long? Are the words in the wrong order? Reading things out loud is really useful for picking up on those little errors that you don't realize are there when you're reading it off the screen. Here's an additional step for tip 3, just in case you want to use it. If you don't want to read the piece out loud yourself, copy and paste the essay into Google Translate and click Read Out Loud. Google will read it out loud to you, and you can just listen to Google reading it out loud to you, and you can focus on whether or not words make sense. Tip 4, email 1 paragraph to your teacher. Even if your teacher says, I'm not going to edit drafts, send just 1 paragraph to your teacher and send it in the email itself, not as an attachment. This will increase your chances of your teacher having a look at that 1 paragraph and giving you advice. Ask for some specific advice on a specific point in that paragraph. So you could say something like, hey teacher, I feel as if I'm not sure about this one point in this paragraph. Can you just let me know whether it's okay or not, or if anything needs to change? Oftentimes your teacher will start by trying to give you a brief answer, and then they get carried away and they write you several paragraphs on how you can improve your essay. That's a really useful trick that I actually learned from my students. All my top students started doing that to me, even though I said I'm not reading drafts. And I found myself emailing them back and giving them a ton of advice. So they were tricking me into editing their work for them. And it's something you can do for your teachers as well. And tip 5, delete your 3 worst paragraphs. Read through your work and say, this paragraph's not very good. I might get rid of that one. If you go over word count, that's a really useful way of bringing it back down to word count and improving the essay at the same time. If you're not sure which is the best and worst paragraph, try to rate each paragraph out of 10 and then look through it and say, oh, I actually gave this one, and that one the worst rating. So I'm either going to delete it or try to improve it to rate it better. Okay, so there are 5 top tips on editing your essay. Finish early, print out a draft, read it out loud, email your teacher, and delete or change the 3 worst paragraphs. Now, if you've been watching this free YouTube series on essay writing, we're reaching the end, but we've got one more special video for you. And this is going to be an advanced video that shows you some extra different things that we can provide for you as part of essayguidance.com. So stay tuned for the next video where we'll give you something a little bit special. Hey guys, Chris here from essayguidance.com. If you like that video, you're going to love our full online course. In fact, that video you just watched is part of our full course, which is available on our website right now. You get tons more lessons just like this, plus in-depth tutorials that take you through exactly how to write excellent top-notch essays for university. So head over to essayguidance.com/course right now to check out what we have available for you.